Hey Harmonizers, welcome to this video of Mustang Taming. This is a little Mustang update where you're going to see both Timmy and Elon, what they're working on. First up, this is Timmy, and Allie's going to come in the round pen to catch him. One of our goals for the first kind of part of the taming process is to get them comfortable with other people, where they can be easily caught and brought in the barn. And this is so that way they can start living a normal life where we can put them out in the field with other horses, where they can come in by staff. So if they get injured or something like that, they can come in, they can get their grain every day, and so they can get comfortable in the barn. So when the vet comes in a couple weeks to do their teeth and everything like that, that they'll be more comfortable with other people, but also comfortable in the barn, and that's going to help set them up for success. So Timmy here is about to have his first exciting adventure as kind of a normal tamed horse, and he is heading out to the pasture. So we put him in the round pen first, just to make sure that he could be caught and released in there on different occasions by both myself and Allie. And then now Allie is going to put him in the field, and he gets to reunite with his buddy Elon. And then my daughter's little pony Dare is out in the field as well, but she's just not coming over to the gate right now. She's probably pigging out on the hay, which is in the shelter right now. So Allie is just getting set up here to let Timmy come into the field, and Elon's there having a little drink of water. So Elon just kind of gets out of the way as Timmy comes in, and then Allie is going to let Timmy go. It'll be interesting to see if these guys remember each other or not. So Timmy seemed to really kind of want to back up and see Elon there. So Allie's just giving him a little friendly rub, making sure that he's not pulling away. And then now he's free. So he checks out the little water there. Elon gives him a little sniff there. And then he just kind of walks away. It's kind of funny because Elon's coming over to the gate and he's like, "Hey, Allie, are you going to take me out? Maybe we're going to play or something?" And then Timmy goes off to explore a little bit of what's going on. So they're in one of our smaller paddocks. Both of these guys are ponies, so I want to be careful about how much grass they're on. So they're in a non-grass paddock, whereas the other fields all link up with different grass sections. So he's having a little trot around, tiny little bit of an exploring. But it's just really funny that Elon's not like, "Hey, let me show you the field" or something. They're completely ignoring, and the pony doesn't even come out of the shelter to say hi either. So the only horse that came over to say hi is this guy Benny, who you're going to see in a different video. He is a horse that came in for training for a month, so he's hanging out in the field. He's actually from the same owner that had Huxley, who came in for training. So she was happy with how we started Huxley under saddle, and so she brought us Benny to start under saddle as well. So he'll be getting going, and you'll see him in a different video of his progress. And he's checking out little Timmy over there, and Timmy's having a little drink. They're gonna say hello a little bit, and then Timmy actually ends up touching the electric fence here, gets a little zap, makes him run away a little bit. But I've actually seen horses react a lot worse than that to getting zapped by the fence for the first time. He just kind of mostly trotted away a little bit. There was pretty uneventful. So all in all, this was a very uneventful release into a pasture. Can't believe the pony didn't even come out of the shelter to say hi. And then this is just a few minutes later, Allie coming in to get Elon to take him out and do a little bit of training work with him. So we wanted to make sure that once they were reunited, that we could still catch them and separate them. We usually work them one at a time. He's getting a couple little cookies there, and she's going to take him out of the field. Of course, he was kind of hanging out at the gate earlier, so shouldn't be too difficult, but Timmy is definitely interested now that they were in the field for a little bit. He wants to come out with him, and normally we don't have halters on horses. The horse that came in for training, the owner left the halter on, but we'll be taking that off. And then these guys, we leave the halters on until they're super easy to halter. That staff can do it really, really easily that do the daily chores staff. And our daily chores staff who feed the horses dinner every day are not horse trainers per se. So we want to make sure that they're super easy for stuff like that before we take those halters off. Here is Mr. Elon in the cross ties with the measuring stick. So some of you guys have asked, how tall are they? We haven't measured Timmy yet, but this is Elon getting measured. Sometimes they can find the measuring stick a little bit intimidating because it's very tall. It's almost like kind of having a rider back there if you think about it. So Allie's doing a little bit of measuring there, but giving some positive reinforcement along the same time. Elon having a few little nice scratches there, a couple little cookies. And so it looks like he is just kind of over 13.2-ish. Seems to be roughly his height. There you can see he got a little worried when it left and then it came back to touch him. So that's why you just have to kind of desensitize them to it and not do it too soon. So here is now one of our staff. This is Natalie, who does daily chores along with some of our other staff, and taking Timmy out of the field to bring him in the barn, get him used to having his daily grain. This will be one of the steps that just helps them be more confident for when the vet comes and all that kind of stuff. Just really helps them get used to other people. So we're going to leave their halters on for a little bit longer, make sure they're super easy for staff. And then once they're really easy to catch and really easy to halter, then their halters will come off. And they'll be like all the other horses at our farm that don't wear halters out in the field. And it's just kind of a matter of assessing the risk of, do you want your horse to have a halter on and be able to be caught by staff, or do you take the risk of not being able to be caught by staff, but then again also then they can't catch themselves on anything. So it's a little bit of a tricky call to make, but we choose to leave the halter on until they're really easy for the catching process, and it just helps everybody have a better experience and not be stressed out. So this is him coming in, getting his little bit of grain that he's going to get. Now he's giving him a few friendly pets. We want to make sure everything's really friendly, really supportive, that he understands he's being a good little fella. So he's getting his little dinner in the barn, which is going to be where they get their teeth done in a few weeks, or in a couple weeks when the vet comes up. So we'll just help them get all really settled for that. So they just eat their grain and then they go back out. Elon's already inside. He's super chill about the whole stall thing already. So they're little superstars. And then we'll just finish up by showing you guys, this is Elon's first time ever being asked to do a little jump. So he's been doing a little bit of lunging work. He only just recently started lunging. It's one of the last groundwork pieces that I teach the Mustangs, because it can be a little scary for them, because it's almost like you're kind of chasing them around. So that's one of the last things I teach them. And that was his first little jump there. So he did a really good job. That's him working on his groundwork stuff. And they're both doing really fantastic. So thanks for watching, guys, and bye for now.